Mom, I sort of need deodorant. Why? Because I'm going to be on camera. You know, people can smell me through the camera. People can't smell through cameras? Oh, well, okay. Hi, Prosper High School. I'm Aaron Morass, and this is your daily announcements. Last year, there were 400 attempts to remove books from U.S. schools' libraries. Is your favorite book safe? Fight censorship during Banned Books Week. Stop by the library and see if any of your books have been banned or challenged. If you are interested in competing in UIL academics or you would like more information about the program, please join us Wednesday, September 25th for an ice cream social in the cafeteria. This is a come-and-go event from 4:30 to 6. There will be a parent information meeting for all students interested in trying out for the bowling team on September 26th at 6:30 in the LGI room. For more information, see Ms. Gramley in room 1151. Prosper FCA is sponsoring See You at the Pole Wednesday, September 25th in front of the school from 7:30 to 8:15 in the morning. Blackout t-shirts will be on sale through Wednesday, and they will be sold $15 during all 3 lunches. Homecoming t-shirts will also be on sale for the same price. The Townettes will start selling mums online from September 28th to October 11th. See Townet for details. The Prosper High School Drumline will be playing at the Plano Drumline Contest this Saturday at Clark Stadium in Plano. They'll perform at 1:24 p.m. and compete against 6 other high schools in their classification. Tickets are $3 for students and $5 for adults. There will be an Interact Club meeting on Wednesday, September 25th before school at 7:45 and after school at 4. All Interact Club members are reminded to wear their shirts. For this week's Blackout Pep Rally, everyone must bring white knee-high socks or white gloves to do the Prosper Rumble in the dark. Please be sure to wear a dark shirt so that the gloves and socks can be seen. And now, for your homecoming court. 9th grade Duke and Duchess, Chesnay Hardman and Nathan Powder. 10th grade Duke and Duchess, Haley Tenebra and Houston Lamb. 11th grade Prince and Princess, Elizabeth Morales and Gibby Morgan. 12th grade Prince and Princesses, Karen Gonzalez, Lydia Nussbaum, McKenna Shirley, Madison Wolf, Adrian Beltran, Tom Blaney, Dylan Starton, and Tyler Webb. Voting for homecoming, Queen and King, will be during all 3 lunches, Tuesday through Thursday. Homecoming nominees meet outside in front of the school after announcements for pictures. And now back to you, Tanner and Lydia.
Good morning, Eagle Nation. I'm Lydia Nussbaum.
So that must make me Tanner Argyle, and you're watching Eagle Nation News on Tuesday, September 24th. It was reported last week that America's poverty has reached a record high. Let's go to Nicole Phillips for the facts and the reactions for this crisis.
We are the 99%. It was the slogan of many protesters during the Occupy Wall Street movement. September 19th marked its 2-year anniversary. They were protesting the corruption of Wall Street, but they were also protesting the wealth gap that continues to grow in the United States. The wealthy 1% they spoke of was actually 40%, and that 40% holds the majority of the wealth, while the bottom 40% holds 1% of the wealth. 15% of Americans are in poverty.
It's very disturbing to see a number in this country as high as 15%.
Though the Great Recession is over, the rate has remained at 15% without much variation for the past 3 years. It's the longest the poverty rate has remained this high for this long since 1965. Additionally, the Great Recession caused an even wider gap between the rich and the poor, allowing the top 1% to acquire more wealth in the face of plummeting prices in the U.S. marketplace. There are several key factors that contribute to the state of the U.S. economy. One of these contributing factors is unemployment. The national unemployment rate has dropped, but according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, 18 states in the District of Columbia have experienced a rise in unemployment rates in the last few months.
You have to be unemployed and actively seeking work to actually be counted in the unemployment numbers. Even if you work 1 hour a week and you have a family of 4, that's obviously not enough to take care of your family. If you just work part-time, if you work, minimum, you are considered employed.
In the words of Robert Reich, former labor secretary, the wealth gap is undermining our democracy. Democracy is the foundation of our nation. If the poverty rate remains the same and the wealth gap doesn't diminish, our democracy will be in jeopardy. For Eagle Nation News, I'm Nicole Phillips.
Today we will be talking about the increase of poverty in our nation. We have with us Diane Nussbaum, who founded and directed several inner-city ministries across the nation. Thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you.
So, can you just share with us your personal experiences in the inner city?
I'd be glad to. Our mission was to help children trapped in inner city poverty, as well as their families, have hope to meet their needs physically, emotionally, spiritually, and help them climb out of poverty so that they can be successful.
So, what have you found to be the cause of poverty?
In my experience, and I believe that the statistics bear this out, I saw a high correlation between unwed mothers and poverty, and low education and poverty, as well as a system who folks wanted to help, that was designed to help people get out of poverty, has ended up being a trap for poverty.
Right. And so you said help people get out of poverty. What do you think would be a way to help those people in those situations?
I think, first of all, we need more jobs in our country. The inner city poverty rate, or the inner city unemployment rate, is well over 20%. Job creation, which means allowing less regulation so governments can have more jobs. Secondly, voucher system for kids who are in failing inner city schools so they can get out. Thirdly, to help folks to where there's a time limit as to and a need for them to have education, for parents that is, education or job, and then they can have a limit on the amount of funds to get so they can climb out.
Right. So thank you so much for coming today.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after this commercial break.
While poverty in America being at a record high might be discouraging to the youth of our nation, there is something else to be taken from this news. I would hope and pray that our generation is aware of the problems that America faces today will soon be our responsibility. As we take more steps towards adulthood, we'll have more choices that will determine the direction we head as a nation. Poverty affects the under 35 age demographic more than the over 35 age demographic. What choices are you making today to prepare you for your future career? How can we change the current situation for 1 out of every 5 kids living in poverty? I'd like to believe that we have some kind of responsibility to help those in need. We all have something to give, and sometimes we can ignore the cries for help and only watch out for ourselves. The power is in our hands, and as we sum up this episode of Eagle Nation News, let me leave you with my favorite words from Uncle Ben Parker. With great power comes great responsibility. Thank you.
Now we congratulate the Eagle tennis team on their district win over the Colony, 14-3. The next district game will be at Liberty this Friday here at home.
With that, I'm Tanner Argyle.
And I'm Lydia Nussbaum. Live long and prosper.